I'm Listening reminds you that you are not alone and that talk saves lives. There's a new national hotline for mental health-related distress, 988. When you call or text 988 from any phone, you will be connected directly with trained counselors in over 200 crisis centers nationwide. They can get you the help you need anytime, anywhere. 988, the new National Suicide Prevention Lifeline. Talk saves lives, and with 988, talking is only 3 digits away. Find out more at imlistening.org.
Looking for stories about Black culture, Black news, all Black everything? Then listen and subscribe to the podcast Beyond Black History Month. From influential newsmakers like Soledad O'Brien.
I try to use Twitter to explain, this thing is not good, but let me explain to you why it's not good. And let's talk about what framing is.
To why Game of Thrones fans can believe in dragons, but not a Black Targaryen. Or Valerion, technically. Find Beyond Black History Month on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts from.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your driver's license is important so you can get back and forth to work, get your kids to school, and back and forth to daycare. If your license has been suspended because you can't pay your tickets, you can't do any of those things. Let's talk about Chapter 13 bankruptcy. You may have heard the tickets cannot be discharged, but they can be dealt with in a Chapter 13 case. Why not come in for a free consultation? The chapter you choose will make all the difference to your getting back legally on the road. Let's design a plan to pay off your tickets and restore your license immediately. I'm attorney Travis Gagne. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. Oh, a Spider-Man stunt went wrong at the Avengers campus inside Disney's California Adventure. Uh-oh. Boy, a buddy of mine's got his family there, too, so that would be really, that would be hard to see. Or maybe it'd be fun to see. I don't know. It depends on the kind of person you are.
Well, at first I thought it could be horrifying, but then I found out that it wasn't actually like a person that was dressed as Spider-Man. It's like it's a Spider-Man, like, you know, mannequin.
Yeah.
So it's not. Oh, okay. Well, in that case, yeah, that'll beat the heck out of that mannequin.
Right. But if you didn't know, I'd be like, oh boy, somebody check on Peter.
Oh yeah. Bringing a small child to him when they get to see that.
Yeah, that's a good point. Usually Spider-Man swings through the air and out of sight, but in this case, he didn't disconnect from the line, and you can hear him slam into the building.
Oh.
The show audio is pre-recorded, but the building damage and crowd response are real. Luckily, like you said, Steve, it's just a prop. Nobody was hurt.
Here goes something. Sharon, airbags, please.
The light facility is not equipped with airbags.
Okay.
Oh, man, dude, he took out like a chunk of the building. The prop building, but still.
Damn. Wow, dude. Yeah, I would have thought that was a guy.
Oh, jeez.
Oh,
well, Vic,
man.
if you bring it back, because like they do have video footage of when it actually does, when it's supposed to look like when it's done right. And then he just kind of flips around and he just disappears. Probably just falls into like some kind of bag or something like that.
Yeah, totally, yeah. That does look cool.
Oh, that's very cool. That's even cooler when he slams into the building, too.
That's pretty hilarious.
It looks real and then when he slams into the building, it's like, oh boy, how do I explain this to my child? Thanos showed up. Sorry.
Hi, my name is Peter Parker. Welcome to Jackass.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got to check out the video on the BJ Miggs page of KISW.com. It looks pretty awesome.
I wonder if they shut down that show to fix the building now.
Yeah, they got to fix at least those little panes or whatever that is. I mean, it's probably made out of some cheap wood or cardboard, but.
Well, I haven't been to Disney in a while, but I think I would want to see all that stuff.
I'm interested to see we're going next week, actually. We're taking Lily, and I'm excited to see the Avengers campus, even though I've heard it's kind of lackluster.
Okay, so why is it lackluster?
Because it just wasn't, they didn't do a lot of rides. It's more of just the aesthetic of it. And nice. I think there might be one or two rides, and it's more like character experiences.
Well, based on what we just saw, I don't know if I want them in control of rides.
That's a fair point.
They clearly don't know how to put these things together very well. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
I just made the assumption that it's sort of like what they did with Harry Potter. Like you feel like you're in the world.
No, well,
and you have that one or two rides in Harry Potter land.
Sure. From what I heard, it's not as great as Star Wars. Like when you go into Star Wars, it's like you really feel like you're in I don't know,
Star Wars land.
That. Yeah. But whereas with the Avengers, it's kind of just more of a street that you kind of walk through, and it's.
I guess that makes sense because it really isn't the background of the Avengers that's special. because it takes place in today times.
Yeah, and there's like the academy there where I think you can go and like do some experiences.
Well, enjoy yourself, Danny. Sounds like you're really looking forward to it. So,
I'm not a big Marvel fan. So.
And isn't the only like ride wasn't it like the Haunted Mansion that they
Tower of Terror
or the Tower of Terror?
Yes.
That's what it was.
They do Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah. Mission Breakout.
Oh, I'd be down for that though.
It's a drop tower. And they didn't change up the ride sequence or anything, but it's like the visuals are supposed to be really cool.
Boy, you're just a real Debbie Downer on this amusement park.
Right.
Yeah. It's just a drop center. It's not big.
I read a lot of bad things about it. I'm sorry.
Jeez, man, don't you understand? I'm a Disney gatekeeper here. I know my stuff.
Yeah, it's true.
But I love Tower of Terror, and I hate those kind of drop rides. But when you put it into like a storyline and have like opening windows, something about it made it more entertaining to me. So I would love to do Guardians of the Galaxy.
All right. Well, you know what? Don't bother. Danny says it's horrible.
Danny hates it.
I'm glad we're going to Peppa Pig Land instead because I've heard nothing but great reviews of that.
You have a Peppa drop tower there.
Oh no! It's like 6 inches. It's crazy. There's like a little roller coaster, and I'm like, Tatum better be okay with going on this roller coaster. It's nothing special.
No, she'll love it.
I hope.
Yeah.
I hope she's not. I hope it's not like a child that just stares at something and is just like, no.
Well, it'd be funny because then it's just dad's going by himself.
Well, it's funny because
possible.
Oh, I'm totally going to like that. You know it.
Very,
with
very
my
possible.
Peppa Pig shirt on.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, does this guy have a child, or is he just a weird, obsessed Peppa Pig fan?
Is this Elf's uglier brother? What's going on over here?
Oh, wow. Also rude.
It's funny, though, because I saw Baron Corbin, who wrestles in the WWE. We've had him in studio, you remember?
Yeah.
Awesome dude. So he stayed in touch over the time because of that, and somehow we were talking about Peppa Pig, and I mentioned, like, oh, we're bringing Tatum to go to Peppa Pig. He's like, it's right by my house. Let me know, and I'll be there. Because he has a kid, too.
Oh, wow.
And I'm like, I usually wouldn't bother him. I'm definitely going to hit him up. And I told my wife, she's like, that would be hilarious. Like, just these two tall, bald, tattooed guys walking around Peppa Pig Land would be one of the greatest visuals.
Yeah, I mean, I wonder if that's like, does he ever go or he waits for people to come
he
to
hates
town?
Peppa Pig because his kid now just got into it. So I'm trying to tell him why Peppa Pig is cool.
Wow, that's going to be the weirdest conversation between you two as you're walking through Peppa Pig.
It's quite a sad picture. Yeah.
I want to do it just for the picture. I'm like, dude, you don't even have to come into the park. Just meet me outside there so we can get that picture because that would be the funniest visual. Is just these two guys.
Yeah, that is a contradiction picture right there. Yeah.
And it's funny because whenever I'm watching WWE and Baron Corbin wrestles, he goes by Happy Corbin these days. My Tatum will look up and go, "Daddy, fight!" Because if you're a bald wrestler, she thinks it's me.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
You know what? Keep spreading that lie. She'll think you really made something of yourself.
Right? I'm like, yeah, that's me. Yeah, that's totally me in front of those tens of thousands of fans.
CB, look at that. Your pop is pretty amazing. So make sure you be
only when he wins. When he loses, I go, "That's not me. What are you talking about? Your father never loses."
No, I'm a complete winner. Yeah. Speaking of fathers and kids and stuff like that, Bryce Dallas Howard, who of course is the daughter of Ron Howard, the director and of course a TV star, movie star, she was recently on The View and was asked if she still hasn't seen any episodes of Happy Days, which of course was the big show her dad was on. And I didn't realize Bryce never watched a show of her father.
Why would you never watch it?
Yeah, I mean, and also her godfather is Henry Winkler, who played the Fonz. So I would just imagine at some point you would probably go, let me check out to see these two people who are important in my life, like what they did.
Right.
And she's in the business. So you also think she would watch just for that reason. And, I guess a while back she shared, never have seen a single episode. And here she is talking about it.
Not really, but it's not like I've avoided it. So Jay Leno gave me a box set. He heard that when I revealed it here on The View. He was like, get with it. Here's a box set of Happy Days. And I was like, thank you so much. But I didn't really You have seen the Andy Griffith Show? Yes. Right.
Oh, so he was a little boy then, so maybe she just wanted to see like cute little dad, and because with the Andy Griffith Show.
Does she not like her father?
Whoa! Yeah,
I'm sorry. I hear that, and I get this vibe like.
Yeah.
I mean, she says it's not like I've intentionally avoided it. Jay Leno got you the damn box set.
Yeah.
You are avoiding it.
She is kind of a busy person, though. She's acting and directing herself. So
she doesn't have time to watch her father in one episode.
Yeah. Well, she did say she watched the Andy Griffith Show, but I wonder what it is. She doesn't want to see him as a teenager? I don't know. That is interesting.
Maybe she's like BJ and she's just like, I don't have time for this show. I have too many other shows I need to watch.
Yeah,
I don't need to watch this silly
Star Trek The Next
whatever
Voyage.
Yeah.
Exactly. I can't be watching this silly show. I got stuff. Very possible, Danny. You're right. If she's got the taste of me, she won't have time for that.
If one of your parents ended up being like a celebrity or was like in a movie or a TV show, would you not watch it at least once?
Yeah.
This seems weird to me.
It is.
I'm not saying she hates her dad, but I think she hates her dad.
My mom would probably have it on loop in the house when I was growing up, just like showing me, like, hey, that's me. I was watching that.
Yeah, my dad recorded one time like a song with this band. They were called the Ravons, and they had a song called "I Can't Rock and Roll." It's total 50s era type of like, can't rock and roll, no, no, no. And I listened to that song all the time.
Nice.
So like, this is so cool. This is my dad on the drums.
Yeah.
Well, what if he had like 100 of those? Would you watch 100? Because that's the thing. I mean, there's like at least 100 episodes of Happy Days, I think.
I'd watch at least one episode.
Yeah,
well, she's got to at least watch one.
Yeah, she watched the Andy Griffith Show. That doesn't count in your mind? That's when he was
two
a little
different
Opie?
shows.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
Like, I want to see what an older version of my dad and what he did.
Yeah.
And then, like you said, the Fonz is in it. And I didn't realize that he was the godfather or whatever he is.
Yeah. Do you think she watches Barry? I mean, does she watch anything that Henry Winkler does? We need follow-up questions to know if it's just her father she hates or if it's anything he's in. She said, I watch everything Henry does except Happy Days.
Yeah, I'd be, I guess, a terrible co-host on The View. Well, for many reasons, but I would not let that go. I'd be like, what are you talking about? You haven't watched it. Do you not like your father?
Let me tell you this right now. I think you'd be a great co-host.
Thanks.
I don't know if you've watched it, but really.
That'd be my last day. Like, sir, Steve, we have to let you go. Why? You just wouldn't let it die. You just kept bringing up her dad being on Happy Days and why you think it's weird that she hasn't watched it.
It is weird. I agree that she hasn't at least seen one episode because as great as the Andy Griffith Show was, he wasn't the huge star. He was a cute little kid, but he wasn't the star. He was the star of Happy Days. I mean, he was a big part of that. So it's a little weird.
You're right.
Yeah.
Like, the whole show really did revolve around him.
Yeah, even though he was the straight man really for the show, like there was so many characters that really developed around him. But yeah, it was pretty much about Richie Cunningham. And his brother, who they got rid of, I think, in the first season, if you remember that. Like,
he had a brother?
I don't even remember that.
Oh, yeah, dude. They got rid of him pretty quickly.
What did they do to him? Did he go off to college or like a weird freak accident?
College, I think, forever. I mean, yeah. I don't think he tested well. I think it was supposed to be about the whole Cunningham family, and then eventually they realized they liked Richie's friends better. And then Joni made it. Joni was, I guess, the bratty kid, and they realized we don't need the old guy. We don't need the old brother. Let's get him out of here.
Chuck Cunningham.
Yeah, Chucky.
Chuck
Was like, yeah.
Beat it, Chuck.
Yes, Chuck.
Well, it's like that show Mom that my wife and I would watch. And originally the show had Anna Faris with, like, she was hanging out with her mom, but she was also a mom. And then after a while, I guess, like, maybe the audience testing was like, we don't really care about the kids. So they just sent the kids off to, like, to live with dad or something along those lines.
And they got rid of him, too, remember? They got rid of him early in the show, too.
You just never heard about the last couple seasons. There was almost, like, no reference to her having kids.
Like, she was like, really, your mom and you are the only ones people care about in this show.
Right, they should just put in parentheses deadbeat and then still call the show Mom. But like,
deadbeat mom.
It was insane. It was like the kids never existed.
Well,
I love when Hollywood does that.
The whole Chuck Cunningham thing is actually really interesting, too, because after season 2 just disappeared without explanation. And then in the final episode of season 11, Howard, the father, comments that he's proud of his 2 kids, meaning that was Joni and
Richie.
Richie. So
he doesn't even mention the
they
third
got rid.
one.
Yeah,
that was a big fall.
They got rid of Chuck. Just like, nope, we forgot about him.
That was like that the girl in Family Matters that they got rid of too, and she ended up becoming like a porn star in real life.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's what happened to probably Chuck.
It's probably true.
And Chuck is gone.
They just wrote him out of the show, and it's like they never acknowledged them again.
Someone needs to do like a fan made show about what happened to Chuck, and like maybe like he just like had a massive falling out because he got hooked on drugs, and they kicked him out of the home, and you're like, you're dead to me. And
damn.
Might as well.
Gritty reboot, huh?
And he became like a serial killer. He's Dexter.
Whoa. Oh, wow. Well, maybe he
Chuck.
is Dexter.
Wow.
Yeah.
Chuck
Well, there was a show called Chuck on NBC. Maybe he went and did that. Right?
And now he's like trying to find his family. He's trying to find Richie.
Yeah, that would be a good like detective or detective or serial killer name. Chuck Cunningham.
Chuck Cunningham.
Yeah. Spurned by his family. Goes out to find new family.
Episode 1, he just whacks Fonzie.
Oh, wow.
Done.
Okay. All right, Rap
smashes his head against that jukebox that wouldn't work all the time.
That's right.
Bow, bow, bow. It's a bloody mess.
Yeah.
You're like, and then just big credits, Chuck.
Yeah.
And that's how the show starts.
Yeah.
Damn. All right. Why not?
Coming soon to Hulu.
Yeah. We'll see if Bryce Dallas Howard watches that. Probably not. We got a well-known actor who was once rejected for a role because he once auditioned for a singing part without being able to sing. Oh, hold on. Oh, boy. Part of the Shields. Are we good?
Yeah.
We're
I
live.
don't know what I do. I broke down. Do it live.
It was Chuck.
Oh, Chuck. Banged his head against Danny. That's what happened. Well, anyway, we'll tell you about this dude at 8:17.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
I'm Listening reminds you that you are not alone and that talk saves lives. There's a new national hotline for mental health-related distress, 988. When you call or text 988 from any phone, you will be connected directly with trained counselors in over 200 crisis centers nationwide. They can get you the help you need anytime, anywhere. 988, the new National Suicide Prevention Lifeline. Talk saves lives, and with 988, talking is only 3 digits away. Find out more at imlistening.org.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. I love this list that the website BuzzFeed put together about the shocking times that actors were rejected for certain roles. And I love hearing about this.
Okay.
Like people that could have played something that somebody else ended up playing. Now, who's Chris Klein? Anybody know who Chris Klein is?
Was it the American Pie?
Yes.
Oh,
he was like the jock one who did the
good-looking guy.
Yeah, the good-looking guy.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Well,
I'm
isn't it
surprised
funny,
he hasn't gone on to do more stuff. Like whenever I see him in American Pie, he just looks like the type of guy that's been in like a bunch of movies, like a starring role.
Right?
You're right, but in a way, he was like, out of everybody in that movie, he was kind of bland when you think about everybody that had their moments. I can't remember much about Chris Klein except that he was just in that movie. I remember Allison, and I remember, of course, obviously, Finch.
You don't remember it.
Yeah. Why am I forgetting, what's his face?
Stifler?
Stifler, thank you. God, I couldn't remember Stifler to save my life. I remember Stifler's mom. I remember Stifler. I remember Finch.
Jason Biggs. Yeah, all of them.
Jason, because he had the pie thing.
Yeah.
Allison Hannigan with Bandcamp. I mean, so you remember all, I can't remember Klein much.
You watch The Flash, don't you?
Yeah, is he on The Flash?
Cicada?
Oh, I would. I didn't even recognize that was him.
No.
Wow. He had a mask on a lot. He had if I'm not mistaken.
Cover up your face. We don't need to see
right.
that.
I didn't even know
I know you were like the handsome actor guy, but we want you to play this character that never shows his face.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, because Cicada, if I remember, really had his face was covered a good amount of time.
And apparently, he's on a Netflix show, a romantic drama called Sweet Magnolias, in the main role.
Oh, that's a show I hear a lot about.
One texter though just threw a massive dagger at this poor Chris Klein. He's like the Wish version of Keanu Reeves.
Oh, wow.
And I'll never now unsee that.
That's unfortunate.
Dude, yeah, right?
That's kind of funny. Even the way he talks, I kind of get
He's
that.
got a Keanu Reeves vibe.
Yeah.
Well, Chris, I guess, was auditioning for Mamma Mia, but bombed for the audition. And it was because here he is he's trying out for a role where you need to sing. And Chris apparently can't sing.
But now it isn't true. Now everything is new. And all I've learned has overturned. I beg of you.
Oh God.
Did he just do that so he could have that on a reel?
Emotion. Lay all your love on me.
I'll be honest, up until the part where his voice broke, where he squeaked, I was like, I can't tell if someone's a good singer or not.
Yeah, he was okay until that. Yeah, he wasn't fantastic. But you're right. I'm not, hey, it's pitchy dog level. I don't know. But yeah, but when his voice cracked, yeah, you're like, oh, Chris.
Like sometimes I hear people sing, I'm like, that sounds fine. But then again, then someone will be like, no, that's the worst singing voice ever. And I'm like, have you heard me sing? That's not the worst singing voice ever.
So shockingly, Chris did not get the role.
I would have given it to him just to see what the director would do when he showed up. And then have the actual real person. I guess you can't use that human as like a joke, but that would be like, oh no, casting director said this person's great, and then he does that.
I wonder though, like if there was just like no, because he must have not fit other parts too, because like I feel like they have musicals where the guy's not necessarily like a singer, but then they like give him like vocal lessons and stuff. You think that, or maybe he was just so far off,
or maybe he's so delusional that he thought, I'm Chris Klein, I'm such a great actor that my singing, it's okay, it's good enough, they'll give me the job.
Yeah, maybe.
Some people don't know they don't sing well. I mean, when you see some of those, those music talent show auditions, those folks really, at least they're great actors, they really think they sing well.
Yeah.
So, but, I mean, when his voice broke, don't you think at that point you'd stop and be like, I'll just see myself out?
Yeah, I would have. I'd be like, never mind. What am I thinking?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's awesome. I love that there's video of that, too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You can catch that video on the BJ and Migs page of KISW.com. Well, there you go. Not Chris's best moment.
He had crazy eyes in that video, too. Like, it was really intense.
Right. He's like, what do you think? Do you think he went home and like saw his like significant other and like how'd the audition go? He's great.
Nailed it.
Yep. I'm sure I'll be hearing from him.
I'm getting a Tony, baby. That's what's happening.
Has he done anything since? I don't know. I mean, besides The Flash, like, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, well, and also, Magnolia.
The Magnolia show,
Yeah, but nothing like where it's like,
well, I think that's a pretty popular show, if I'm not mistaken, not with us.
Yeah, and he's the main role.
Okay. I was going to say maybe that was like the rock bottom moment where he's like, I can't take it. I can't do it.
Before The Flash, it was that awesome Benchwarmers 2 Breaking Balls movie.
Great movie.
Oh, okay.
But you didn't remember he was
the
in
bench.
It wasn't that great. It had Rob Schneider in it, though, right?
I don't know if the sequel did.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that.
And then like the kid from Napoleon Dynamite, was he in it?
Well,
I don't
that
know
was
if
in the first
sequel,
one.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe I haven't. Yeah.
Literally, I feel like the only person
John
that
Lovitz.
was John Lovitz.
Yeah.
Who was from the first
Well,
one.
Steve, you should love it because you like Grease 2 that pretty much had nobody from the original. So why don't you? You probably love the sequel to that.
I saw somebody on Facebook like said hot take, Grease 2 is better than Grease 1. I'm like, that's not a hot take, that's the truth.
Well, at least there's two of you out there.
It almost makes me want to watch it to see, but I really don't want to be fooled by you people and be trolled.
Do it.
Yeah, I won't.
Just do it for our country.
Yeah, do it for America.
I wouldn't do it for anybody's country.
Yeah.
Do it for our country.
So how about Andrew Garfield? You know him. Played the second Spider-Man.
Oh, yeah.
He's done other stuff, too. Social Network, I think he was in that, wasn't he?
Yep.
Andrew Garfield wanted to be Prince Caspian in the Chronicles of Narnia movies, which I did watch one or two of those. But he was rejected because they said he wasn't handsome enough.
Oh.
Ooh.
Which, that is bizarre because I feel like he's considered a handsome dude.
Yeah.
But I guess not handsome enough to be Prince Caspian.
He's in a really good show on Hulu called Under the Banner of Heaven.
I don't know this show.
Yeah, it's all about like the Mormon religion and just different.
Oh, I've seen some people post about this.
It's a really good show. My girlfriend was watching it one day, and I was like, "Oh, okay." And it's like maybe 7 episodes, but it's really good. Like, and I don't like watching new TV shows, so
that's quite that's quite the endorsement.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I might have to check that out. Yeah, Vicky, email me that, would you?
Who got the role of Prince Caspian?
I don't know the dude. I feel he's a British dude. Well, Andrew's a British dude too. I'm
just wondering, is he that much more attractive? Like, I'd love to see like a side by side.
I remember the look. He has much. He doesn't have as many. He has more. Just I would say square jawed features.
Okay. Some dude named Ben Barnes.
Ben Barnes.
Who's Ben Barnes? What's he done?
Everything. He was in The Punisher. He's in Westworld.
Oh, he was in Shadow and Bone. He was the general. If you watch that one.
Oh, that's Ben. He's Prince Caspian?
Yeah, he's a handsome fellow.
Ben Barnes is a great actor. I didn't realize. I saw him when he was a little kid.
Yeah, that was
Ben Barnes. Yeah, he played Jigsaw, right?
Jigsaw
in The Punisher, I believe.
Whatever
you're right. Yeah, Billy Russo Jigsaw. Yeah,
Billy Russo.
Mm-hmm. I would troll Andrew Garfield all the time if I was him. Like, hey, Andrew.
They look so similar when they were both that age.
Damn, I didn't even recognize him. Wow. Well, Ben Barnes is a handsome guy. I can't argue with that. He's a good actor, too, so I can't argue with that either. Oh, I didn't know Ben Barnes was British.
Yeah.
Damn.
He's in the commercials we've been playing recently. He's like, I'm Ben Barnes. I'm a British actor.
Barnes.
You got to listen to me. He's doing commercials.
Yeah, he was also in, I think, is it His Dark Materials? I think he was in, not that, the Shadow and Bone. Did you say Shadow and Bone already?
Yeah, we said Shadow and Bone.
Yeah, okay, that's the one I'm thinking of. All right. Well, you know what, Andrew? Sorry. I mean, we like the guy you lost out to. Sorry about that. I was going to say I don't know what that guy's done since then, but I didn't realize it was Ben. Yeah. Robert Redford, you know that guy, the handsome actor guy?
Oh, yeah, the handsome actor.
I mean, he's old. That's why I don't know if people... He was a heartthrob back in the day.
I think my grandma used to talk about him.
I always get him and Paul Newman confused.
That's
like first I was like, you mean the dressing, the salad dressing guy? And I'm like, no, wait, that's a different handsome actor from back in the day.
He was also in Avengers Endgame, and I think, was it the second or third Captain America, something like that?
Yeah, he played
Robert Redford?
Yeah, he was a politician.
Captain America, the Winter Soldier.
The Winter Soldier.
He was kind of a corrupt government guy.
Yeah. I remember him from, Indecent Proposal.
Oh, that's right. I forgot he was in that. Demi Moore, him, and was it Woody Harrelson?
Woody Harrelson.
Yeah. Well, that guy.
The Natural also.
Oh, yeah. He's got some good movies, man.
He does. Was he in Gatsby? Is he a Gatsby guy, too?
I don't know.
Gatsby guy.
Yeah.
Gatsby guy.
He was, the movie The Graduate, which a lot of you folks are probably too young to know, and even I'm almost too young to know, to be honest with you.
I only know it because of the song Mrs. Robinson.
Yeah.
Yep.
Was it Mrs. Robinson? Are you trying to seduce me?
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Yep.
Yeah.
He didn't get the role because they said, Robert, you're too handsome to play a loser. So then they go, Dustin Hoffman, you're perfect.
Oh, man.
I don't know if I'm happy about that if I'm Dustin or not, but hey Dustin got the role.
It's like, we have good news and bad news for you, Dustin. You got the job, but that's because we didn't think Robert Redford was dumb and loser enough for it.
I can't wait for Danny's response to this next one because Danny's a Harry Potter fan, as am I. And Danny, imagine, and I can't imagine anybody but Robbie Coltrane playing Hagrid, but imagine Robin Williams playing Hagrid.
Oh.
That's so weird.
No, I don't know if I'd like that, actually.
Yeah, he wanted to. He auditioned for that role.
He doesn't fit. I mean, even if they would have put him in makeup and got him like super big, and because Hagrid's supposed to be like a half giant,
the big beard. I could totally see Robin Williams as that.
Yeah, I'm picturing Robin Williams when he was in Jumanji with the big old beard.
Oh yeah,
I think he could have done it, but I feel like he would have just been too big for that role.
Yeah,
too much Robin Williams.
Yeah. For he's not a minor character, but he's not one of the big main characters either.
And he's for a giant, he's actually pretty chill. That's the other thing is that Robbie played it very, very well. Where you think of Robin and you go, wow,
high
he's
energy,
super animated,
and not really like cracking jokes all the time, and not that Robin Williams like would have necessarily done that.
Actor. It's not like he's going to go off script and just like be like, I'm doing my Robin Williams thing.
I know,
but he just has a bunch of blow and just yell at some.
The G. That's what I'm going to be. He tried out for a couple roles on Harry Potter, but they were like, nah, we're looking for British actors.
So was he trying out for these roles because he was a fan of the Harry Potter franchise? Because it doesn't seem like, not that Harry Potter's beneath him, but when you're trying out in the earlier 8 stages, I mean, Robin Williams was a big star, and Harry Potter, nobody knew if it was going to be a big movie.
It had to be the books. He must have been a fan of the books, because Hagrid was right at the beginning. He was in the first movie, so if he was trying out for Hagrid then, it was before anybody really, was like, it had to be the book phenomenon.
What if Robin Williams, like, that was his Superman, like how Nick Cage just wants to be Superman and just can't make it happen? But that was Robin Williams' thing. Like, he just wanted to be in Harry Potter.
And you guys know good old Spidey, the latest Spidey, Tom Holland. He actually auditioned for Finn in Star Wars. He's the stormtrooper that actually decides he doesn't want to be a stormtrooper anymore and ends up, joining the gang. And the reason Tom apparently didn't get the role is that he couldn't stop laughing during the audition, which I don't know. Like, is it a nervous laughter, or did he think the script was crap? Did he think why would you be laughing in an audition? That's nuts.
That'd be funny. He's like, I want the role, but man, Star Wars is really stupid. This is so funny. And they're like, dude, we're taking it serious.
Yeah. I mean, because I think that was J.J. Abrams. And so I'm sure J.J.'s just like, what are you doing, kid? Why are you laughing at me?
I took way too many edibles before this audition. I apologize.
Yeah.
You have pet the Wookiee in here. I'm not petting the Wookiee.
Oh, I like John Boyega. I know a lot of people weren't a fan of Finn, but it was more the writing, not so much his acting. I thought he did a great job with it, especially some comedic moments. But it's interesting because I like Tom Holland too. So I wonder, how it would have been with him in that role. Because I think that kid's a good actor too.
I wish there was like how we have footage of Chris Klein singing. I wish there was footage of him just having the giggle fits.
That would be so. You're right, dude. That would be great. I want to see that. Oh, that would be so cool. On Friday, Steve, he did get this one wrong.
In the card game Bridge, what is considered the highest of the 4 suits?
Jack.
No.
Heart.
No.
Aces.
No. Well, you got one seat there.
At least and I lost to this guy. I lost to him in a Texas Hold'em tournament. Oh,
this is why I love doing poker questions.
It's just unbelievable to me that I lost to him.
Not only you, but many people did. I made it to the final table, BJ. It wasn't like I just lost to me and then I was out soon after.
He doesn't even know spades is the...
I made it to the finals.
I know. Stop it. Anyway, the correct answer was spades. That's the one. You want a shot at beating Steve, the guy that made it to the final table? Sure. 206-421-ROCK. We're playing Pete Miggs at 8:47 on The Rock.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. Here's another question from a listener. How long is a bankruptcy going to affect my credit rating?
Of course, most of the time, by the time we're talking about filing a bankruptcy, the credit has already taken a huge hit. Chapter 7 is going to affect it more negatively than Chapter 13. Chapter 7 stays on your credit report for 10 years from the time you file. It usually takes 7 or 8 years for your credit scores to get back into the normal range in a Chapter 7 case. However, your credit will start to recover even in Chapter 7 after about a year. You'll be able to get credit again right away, usually before your case is even over. Chapter 13 stays on your credit report for 7 years and usually takes about 3.5 years for your credit to get back in the normal range. So Chapter 13 will mean your credit gets better much more rapidly.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. Thanks for listening.
Looking for stories about Black culture, Black news, all Black everything? Then listen and subscribe to the podcast Beyond Black History Month. From influential newsmakers like Soledad O'Brien.
I try to use Twitter to explain this thing is not good, but let me explain to you why it's not good. And let's talk about what framing is.
To why Game of Thrones fans can believe in dragons, but not a Black Targaryen. Or Valerion, technically. Find Beyond Black History Month on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts from.
I'm Listening reminds you that you are not alone and that talk saves lives. There's a new national hotline for mental health-related distress, 988. When you call or text 988 from any phone, you will be connected directly with trained counselors in over 200 crisis centers nationwide. They can get you the help you need anytime, anywhere. 988, the new National Suicide Prevention Lifeline. Talk saves lives, and with 988, talking is only 3 digits away. Find out more at imlistening.org.
Wendy's Pretzel Bacon Pub Cheeseburger is back. A flavor spectacle of pretzel proportion. Featuring applewood smoked bacon and hot and juicy beef. It puts beer cheese on top of Munster cheese and a pretzel bun on top of all that. Simply put, Wendy's Pretzel Pub puts the EAT in greatness. Try one today and see for yourself. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's Pretzel Bacon Pub Cheeseburger.
For a limited time only at participating Wendy's.